It's Professor Carver. I'm the guy you called because you were having some issues with your life. Tell me what the problem is.
Man, I lost my job.
Well, jobs are replaceable. I mean, you could try looking somewhere to get other jobs.
No, you don't understand, man. My job was at General Motors. I was an engineer, and I got $93,000 a year.
Okay, I can understand why you're upset about losing that, but you need to remember too. You actually got a position at General Motors, so that means you have some sort of degree. Am I right?
Yeah, but the economy's kind of rough right now. I can't get any jobs in engineering with cars.
Well, the economy's not always going to be bad, but there are other jobs you could get that are in the engineering field. Have you thought about working somewhere that's like still selling stuff that's hasn't been affected?
Have
I
looking
mean, it
around.
doesn't have to be anything too complicated, just to keep you going for now. I mean, you could try working at like a munitions plant. People buy that stuff a lot, and then if not cars, you could maybe get a job building like machinery to make other stuff. You know, like become an engineer in one of those companies.
Hmm. Things are getting rough, man. I'm about to lose my job. I used to be really good. I used to be able to go to.
You mean you already told me you lost your job, miss.
About to get my car repoed. It's just crazy.
Well, is there any way you could prevent that from happening? Could you like have you applied for unemployment yet?
I have. I'm just not doing very good on it, man. I've been having to buy poor food. I've been having to go to Aldi.
Well, that's you. Well, there is a way you could try to make your car less of a burden. I mean, you could like skip on something else in your life, or you could even like get your rates changed on your car so you can pay it at a slower rate, and so it's not killing you as much throughout the month.
Mm.
As far as the food goes, Aldi's isn't a bad place. They carry pretty much the same thing you can get everywhere else. They actually have some really nice stuff.
Maybe I should just sell my car.
Well, that might not be a terrible idea. I mean, if you're not too emotionally attached to it, you should be able to downgrade for a cheaper model that won't hurt you. Have you been overly depressed lately because of this?
Yeah, man, I've been pretty depressed. Life just isn't the same it used to be.
Has that affected you physically? Like, have you lost your motivation?
I've lost motivation, but I haven't
Is
really...
is it harder for you to get up in the morning? Do you feel like sluggish, like you don't want to do anything?
Yeah, I do.
That's a bit of a problem. Have you tried any activities that might cheer you up, even though you're going through issues?
Man, I've been walking in the park, but that's about it. And just seeing the animals. I kind of like nature, but that's about it,
Well,
man.
that might actually be some good help for you. Do you own any animals?
No, sir, I don't.
Well, have you thought about getting like a cat or a dog? I mean, that might fill the void and make you feel a little better.
I can't really afford it much lately, man.
Well, have you thought about like asking someone that's got one they don't want? I mean, cats are relatively inexpensive and they're pretty therapeutic to pet, so I mean.
Think I could afford the food?
Well, you don't. It's not like you're buying steak. You can get a 20-pound bag for like $10, so it's not too terrible.
That might be a good thing to help with my mood. I can try that.
Have you been using any substances that are not particularly good for you? Any like excessive alcohol or medicines or too much soda?
Been kind of drinking a lot of coffee, trying to get myself up in the morning, but nothing too bad.
Well, that's not exactly terrible, but maybe you should try to moderate it a little bit. Like limit yourself to like maybe 2 cups in the morning, because for a while I used to drink 2 cups every morning.
Okay.
You haven't had any thoughts of harming yourself, have you?
Nah, man, I wouldn't do that. I just wish things were better.
Okay, I didn't think you would. That's why I hesitated before asking that. So, the best thing I could tell you to do would be to look for a job. I mean, even if it's not paying as well as your old one did, you could probably get one that'll be good enough to sustain you until you can find a better one. And then the economy will pick up eventually, so you should be able to get yourself out of this low point.
Just find a temporary job to keep myself up for now.
Yeah, and then a way to cheer yourself up too. As I said, find someone who has an animal they don't want. That'll help you a little bit, and then find something else that may take your mind off of your paycheck, because I mean you really don't have to have money to enjoy life. So
Do you feel like all the advice I've given you today is helpful and will make you not as upset about losing your job?
I feel like it'll help a little. If it doesn't help, I can seek further treatment.
Well, yeah, you could. You have my number. You can call me anytime you need to, or you can always contact someone else that may be able to help. So,
All right.
well, it's been nice. Have a nice day.
All right, thanks, man.